Hey guys, it's Sharon from Digital Nomad Quest, and today I want to tell you guys about how to get a good property manager. So if you want to be more hands-off with your rental property, it might be a good idea to get a property manager. But first, let's talk about what a property manager does. They suggest rent prices to charge based on current averages in the neighborhoods. They collect rents, they market the rental property to find new tenants, and then they screen the tenants, they prepare lease agreements, they address tenant issues, respond to both tenants and landlords in a timely manner, they maintain the property by finding contractors and handymen to get things fixed. They also help manage the eviction process of tenants if necessary. So, property managers do a decent amount of work. How much do property managers cost? So I currently pay 8% like I mentioned in the previous video. So basically my property rents out for $20.50, and then I pay 8% of that to the property manager, which equals around $164 per month. The amount you pay the PM though really depends on the market, and it can really range, and some property managers actually just charge a fixed amount. Now if you live near your rental property and you have good tenants, you might not even need a property manager. I personally have a rental property because it's further out, and I prefer to have someone just handle everything. Also, something to note that I mentioned in that previous video, so if I'm in the situation where I need a new tenant and the property manager brings on a new tenant, I normally pay 50% of the rent to the property manager for that first month for helping me get that tenant. So that's another cost to take into account. Now, how do you get a property manager? Many times an agent will have a property manager contact, and that's kind of what I experienced. It's also good to get referrals from like friends and family. If you don't have a referral, you can just Google a property manager. You can Google something like property manager at blank city, right? Craigslist and BiggerPockets are also other sites to potentially look for when it comes to getting a property manager. Now, what should you look for in a property manager? You could probably start off just asking the property manager, what responsibilities do you have? If they can say basically all the stuff that I mentioned earlier in the video, that's a good sign. You should also ask them how long they've been working as a property manager, because obviously someone with longer experience is better. You can ask them if they already have existing tenants that are looking for a place to rent. Sometimes, the property managers who have been doing this for a long time may actually have a list of tenants that might be searching for properties to stay at. You can also ask them like how often they visit the properties. Obviously, the more they do, the better. You can ask them what's the most difficult situation they've faced and how they handled it. This is a good way to understand if they've encountered more difficult situations and have that type of experience, as well as you can see what steps they took when it came to handling difficult situations. If they're able to handle it well, it's a good sign that you can trust them more so. You should ask them how they handle repairs, how they screen their tenants. You can even ask them how they handle payments, so you can see if they're gonna pay you out and the tenants pay them through checks, or if they handle everything through online payments. I currently have it set up where it's just checks. It's probably much easier if it's all online though. Other things to look for, you might want to check with like their previous landlords and tenants and see if they've given good testimonials about this property manager. You also want to make sure that they respond within like an hour when it comes to tenant calls and landlord calls. You want to make sure that they have a good understanding of the rights and responsibilities of tenants and landlords and can handle cases in a fair manner. You want to make sure they know how to manage home improvement in a timely manner within budget. And lastly, you want to make sure they know the protocol for like eviction processes as well as like getting new tenants. So essentially, these are some good screening questions to ask and things to look for when it comes to getting a good property manager. The idea is you want to make sure they understand their duties as well as they have experience when it comes to handling different unique scenarios. So I hope this video helped. If you like this video, please smash that like button and comment below if you have anything to add to the list of what to ask a property manager. And make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of my latest videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.